So hot and humid, we're going to be dealing with that today and through into the weekend and even into next week. Today, though, as far as the next few days, is the last time that we really have to worry about storm activity. So I want to really focus on that to begin with, because we do have some areas of concern early this morning, even before the sun comes up. We had two clusters, and we were seeing those boxes in the green right here, Gilmer County and Cherokee County, of storms that really started developing about 11 p.m. last night and continued through about 3 a.m., just dumping buckets of rainfall. So flash flood warning still in effect north of LJ in Gilmer County. For Cherokee County, that flash flood warning was switched over to an aerial flood warning. So just widespread, we're looking across Cherokee County, but especially around Marble, North Carolina. So in between Murphy and Andrews, if you're driving through there, do be very, very cautious. You are still going to notice a few spotty storms that have just popped up. So some brief heavy downpours occurring again in Cherokee County. Also, notice all that activity behind that banner up there. So there are more storms on the way and some heavier rainfall. I did want to show you a look at the estimated rainfall, though, for the last 24 hours. So certainly yesterday was more about the heat and humidity, not nearly as widespread as what we dealt with on Tuesday and Monday of this week, but you can see where those higher totals are. There's that cluster right around Marble, North Carolina. Again, reports from emergency management that people had to be evacuated from their homes overnight. Radar estimating over 6 inches of rainfall in that core. Also, you're noticing in northwestern Gilmer County that 3 to 5 inch mark there. And then yesterday evening, we had really heavy downpours right here in Chattanooga. Started in Marion County, went right through southern portions of Hamilton County before that storm faded out. Also brought some rainfall to the south side of Cleveland there in southern portions of Bradley County. So what's up next? Well, this is what's up next. This cold front, this system just to our north. I'm going to drop out that cold front so you can see it a little bit better. A lot of lightning associated with this. Not as many severe thunderstorm warnings as we had just about 30 minutes ago, but we do have this one really big one right here. This is generally moving to the southeast, although this push right through here that you're seeing around I-40 is beginning to push a little bit more directly to the south, which means it can move into McMinn County, northern portions of Meigs County slightly sooner. And that's what Future Scan is showing, is that general more southerly trend and not quite as much to the southeast. So we could start to see some of that heavier rainfall in McMinn County, Monroe County, northern portions of Meigs and Ray County about 30 minutes to an hour from now as that pushes through. Now I'm going to go from Future Scan, which takes the current radar and drops it out an hour into time, and then switch over to FutureCast, which is our model data, and take you through the entirety of the day. So here's a look at about 6:30. Again, this is not showing that southern movement quite as much. So again, McMinn County, you can start to see that rain a little bit sooner than that. Continuing to push through, and we're basically kind of being clipped by this system. So especially our northern communities, but even potentially seeing some clusters around the Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama line, over into North Carolina as well as we get closer to 8, 9, 10 a.m. as that continues to push through and fade out. Here's that little bit of that midday lull that I was talking about. Unfortunately, Cherokee County, you're still going to be getting some rain at that time, but for most, 11 a.m., noon, 1, 2 o'clock, there's not going to be as much happening. We'll see some breaks in the clouds at that point in time, wind generally from the south to the southwest at that point at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we approach 4 or 5 p.m., though, here come with that heating of the day, as that cold front drops to our area, then start to see some scatter storms begin to pop up, and that's going to really develop through the rest of the evening time hours in Tennessee and then gradually move into North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. So for the morning time and again for this afternoon and evening, you can get really heavy rainfall. Localized flooding will be possible. Also the potential for some brief gusty wind. Hail not as big as a risk, but we may see a few pieces of small hail, especially for our Georgia and Alabama communities later into the evening time. So that's one thing we have to talk about today, is that scatter potential. I have the overall rainfall chances across the area at about 50% because it is going to be scattered. Not every location is going to see that rain, but certainly those we've seen over the past 24 hours, some places could get a lot of rain, so we do need to be aware of that flooding threat. Now let's transition and talk a little bit about those temperatures. 84 in Chattanooga. Cleveland has now dropped to 79 and Dalton has dropped to 79, but still 81 in Athens and Dayton as well. So it is a warm and muggy start to the day. Here's what we're expecting then. At 8 a.m., those storms are going to be coming down from the north. 80 degrees at that point. There's that midday lull at noon. I still think probably at noon it'll be mostly cloudy, 88, but then partly sunny at 3 o'clock, getting hot, 92 degrees. Scatter storms by 6 p.m. and 90, and those scatter storms will continue around 9 o'clock tonight, 84 degrees. So a couple of different things to think about for the day today. Hot and humid, yes, but also storm chances are back higher today compared to what they were yesterday. The rest of the 7-day forecast, especially when you look ahead to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it is pretty much all just focused on the heat and humidity.